Happy April, everybody. We made it almost a full year since we started doing these at this point, which feels insane. Like, I feel like it wasn't that long ago when we started episode 4. And while this year has gone by super fast, it's also gone by super slow in so many different ways. I feel like everybody's kind of experienced that weird time thing, but we made it. We're on part 2 of the Merry Rise of Skywalker for the end of the trilogy of trilogies, the Skywalker saga. And then who knows, maybe one day Ian Dozier will interpret The Mandalorian into Shakespeare and redeem the franchise in certain ways.
I think he should do Game of Thrones. Like, it's already mostly there. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be.
Verse, I would dig it.
I think he would have a really great time saving it with the final couple seasons. I think he could just go off on his own because we don't really know. There's some artistic license to take with the books and everything. We don't know.
Just like with these last 2 Star Wars, I'm a big fan of the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, and I'm being very, very serious.
I can't.
I've never been more serious. The only other time I was this serious is when I was talking about how much I love The Last Jedi. It's the only other time.
I cannot get into this discussion with you. I can't go down that road.
Listen, I'm ready. I've got my drinks. I'm ready to go. I don't have to get up at all. I've strapped into my chair in my Star Wars library.
You're ready. You're good. You're ready.
We're going to go.
All right, everybody. So before we dive in, we have our drinking rules for tonight are the same as last week. So, of course, we have the fun technical rules of any time that somebody forgets a line or there's just an awkward pause, you get to drink. Hopefully, we've ironed all of those out from last week, but I doubt it. So there's one. Anytime there's a pop culture or Shakespeare reference, you drink. Anytime R2 or Chewie speak English, you drink. Anytime someone dies, which is the climax of this trilogy, I doubt that'll happen very much. Or anytime someone dies or you think they die, it's open to interpretation. Anytime something happens that makes absolutely no sense, open to interpretation. And then because of Jonathan and his amazing performance as the chorus, anytime the Knights of Rrrreeeennnn are mentioned.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
You don't know. They could do nothing.
Oh, I don't think so. But we'll see.
No way. They got to do something, right?
I don't know.
I think they gotta. There's a lot of setup there. It's gotta be paid off somehow.
Can't wait.
So other than that, we're gonna sit back, enjoy. We're going to dive right back into the story.
Alrighty. William Shakespeare's The Merry Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars Part the 9th by Ian Dozier. We're picking up with Act 3, Scene 4, on the second Death Star. Enter Rey, who begins to climb.
Years on their years have passed since this bleak base exploded into pieces o'er the air. The shell of it is harsh and horrible. In shades of grey and gloom its ghosts reside. Ne'er did I, as a child upon Jakku, think ever I would see the very place, here where the Empire ended years ago. Exciting 'twere, if not so dangerous. Fantastic that I should such history touch, observing it with every sense I have. Rehearse thou not thy wonder longer, Rey. Climb, rather, toward the end thou must achieve. Experience doth make a simpler task. Perforce I have turned scavenger once more. Recall the steps, maneuvers, placement that once I relied upon for daily bread. Fear not, but cautious be, for in this wreck one small mistake may quickly fatal prove. Unto the level accurate I've come. Now, through this hall, with vacant helmets strewn, dread filleth me. Here is the Emperor's throne, pulsating with the force like mine own blood. How now? A door doth open, bidding me.
A door opens. Rey walks through and it closes behind her.
Enclosing me e'en as I step within. Night is not dark as 'tis within this room, obscuring outer sight and inner calm. He thinks I near a drawn to. Aha! Even there the wayfinder before me lies. No trap awaits above or underneath. Oblique the path that lead me to the goal. Not here but rubble, darkness, shades, and fear.
She grasps the Wayfinder. Enter Dark Ray, brandishing a double-bladed lightsaber.
Ray, never be afeard of who thou art.
They duel.
Fight, fight, fight. O ghoulish vision born of hell's own heart, I yet may change these shadows I have seen.
Dark Ray snarls at Ray. Oh, that was good. Frightened Ray stumbles backward into the former throne room. Exit Dark Ray. Ray drops the Wayfinder. Enter Kylo Ren, picking up the Wayfinder.
Look thou upon thyself and be ashamed. Thou wouldst prove to my mother that thou art a Jedi, heir to that proud legacy. Instead, herein thou provest something else. Thou canst make no return unto her now. E'en as thou didst depart Jakku to make a new life with the weak resistance, thou hast made departure secondary here, and never shall go back into the fold. See, thou and I are one. I also taken steps that led me permanently from the life that I once led in former times. Do not roll your eyes at me.
Give me the Wayfinder.
The dark side doth reside within our very natures, Ray. Submit thereto.
Give me the Wayfinder.
Thou never shalt proceed to Exegol unless thou venturest forth with all myself.
He crushes the Wayfinder in his hand. Everyone drink for Grogu.
Nay, villain!
She brandishes her lightsaber. They duel.
Dodge and sidestep, yet she doth stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage, then lend the eye a terrible aspect.
Kylo Ren turns on his lightsaber and jumps outside onto the wreckage by the sea. Rey pursues him. Enter General Leia Organa on balcony. Enter R2-D2 and Maz Kanata on balcony aside.
What shadows spread their darkness o'er my sight? The Force speaks in clear visions unto me. My son and mine adopted daughter caught in conflict vicious, battling to the death.
Behold, she plumbs the boundless depths of grief. I'd have not such a heart within my breast, even for the dignity of the whole body. 'Tis certain Leia knows what she must do. R2, to reach her errant son, she must expend whatever strength in her remains. R2, beep who? No, wait. R2, R2-D2, beep who?
My lady and my general.
Rey and Kylo Ren continue to duel on a section of the Death Star surrounded by water on both sides. Enter Finn and Janna aside.
Fraught was the skimmer journey by the sea, yet we've, through tempest tossed, forfeited death. Now may I proffer help unto her. Rey!
I'll not have Finn in danger, standing twixt this villain and myself. Nay, Finn, away!
Rey uses the Force to shove Finn away, then continues to duel Kylo Ren.
A massive wave shall break upon our heads, as if all nature thundered at our clash. And would the conflict settle equally by washing us beneath the ocean deep?
Rey jumps from one part of the wreckage to another, much farther away. Kylo follows her. They land in a place Janna and Finn cannot reach.
They leap like gods, not humans, by my troth.
Although I perceive the Force, 'tis not yet thus. Here is a power far beyond my ken.
Rey and Kylo continue to duel.
Thou villain, one of us shall not depart. 'Tis only Rey or Kylo shall go forth.
Finn tries to run toward Rey.
Thou canst not follow them. Most certainly the sea would sweep thee up like thou wert chaffed.
Unhand me! I shall not forsake her.
Nay, Hear reason, or thou shalt be quite destroyed.
Oh, Rey, would that I could thy safety win.
Our skill and powers match most perfectly.
Our acumen and strength are nearly twins.
She takes a giant leap to another part of the wreckage, closer to where Kylo Ren's TIE Whisper sits.
I dive again, but he will follow on.
She dives again, I shall with purpose stride.
He walks and catches up to her.
The final confrontation, blow for blow.
The final confrontation, come what may.
He tries to strike, and I stop him by the force.
He tries to swipe, the dark side stoppeth her.
A dyad, certainly, if there was.
Realization of our fates conjoined doth break upon her face, e'en as these waves come crashing o'er the ramparts hereabout. She knoweth she shall never defeat me here, for we are unified at every point.
As they duel, Rey collapses to her knees in exhaustion. Kylo raises his lightsaber to strike her.
Oh, Ben, my boy, my son, a mother's bliss.
Leia lies down. Kylo Ren pauses, looking backward, and drops his lightsaber.
The hour I have long awaited. Strike!
Rey ignites Kylo Ren's lightsaber and runs him through with it.
Change forgiveness with me, noble Ben. Mine and thy father's death come not on thee.
Leia dies.
Nay, nay, the voice that called him reacheth me. My teacher, guide, and friend, my general. Oh, Leia, can it be that thou art gone?
Rey turns off Kylo Ren's lightsaber and he falls.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let her be lain. Fly away, breath. She is slain by grief that doth not fade. Her shroud of white, suck all with you, oh prepare it. Her part of death, no one so true did share it.
Beep boop.
What have I done? This gentle? Gentle? Lad laid low? Gentle?
You're being very generous with him.
Who's the only vestige now of her? Shall I give my life for an enemy's? No. Shall sacrifice become mine epitaph? But is he rightly said mine enemy? Yeah. And would I ask a fonder epitaph? No. If I my healing proffer, yea, I shall, in mourning for my Leia, gone too soon, I'll render back the son that once she lost and who killed her husband.
Rey places her hand on Kylo Ren's injury and transfers life to him through the Force. He is healed.
This touch, an unexpected clemency. My wound is gone, but I'm very wet. This hath she done for me.
'Twas true that once I longed to take thy hand, yet not the hand of Kylo Ren, Ben's hand. Such would I gladly take if tended me.
She runs to Kylo Ren's TIE Whisper and flies away. Exit Rey.
She flies, and I no succor furnished her. She flies, and even thus I'm left behind. She flies, confusion reigning in her head. She flies, and I know not where she hath gone. Dark moment for my true companion Rey, who seeketh separation from her friends, and flees with troubled heart and weary mind.
The Millennium Falcon appears to bear Finn and Janna away.
May fate ordain that we shall meet again. Conferred I not what thou didst need today. Yet Finn declares, I'll make it up in some way.
Exeunt Finn and Janna and the Millennium Falcon. On the balcony, R2-D2 and Maz approach Leia's body.
Thou antic death, which laughed us here to scorn, anon from thine insulting tyranny, coupled in bonds of perpetuity, one Leia winged through the lither sky, in thy despite shall scape mortality. Good night, sweet princess, angel of our hearts.
Exeunt, Maz Kanata, and R2-D2. Leia's body remains on the balcony.
Alone. Directionless, yet still alive. I'm abandoned on this sopping steel.
Enter Ghost of Han Solo. Hala, my child. How I miss thee, boy.
Thy son is dead.
Nay, Kylo Ren is dead. My son, my boy, my Ben, he liveth yet.
Thou art a memory, and nothing more. Thou art mayhaps some undigested beef. Thou art more gravy than come from the grave.
Yea, 'tis thy memory whence I have come. Come home.
Nay, 'tis too late, for she is gone.
My mother, truly, she is gone indeed. Yet all that she did stand for while she lived, and everything for which she bravely fought, 'tis not gone, and with thee it ne'er shall be. Ben, hear me, please.
I know what I must do, yet fear I've not the strength to make it so.
Thou dost, and ere didst.
Father, I
know. Kylo Ren turns around and throws his lightsaber into the sea. Exit Ghost of Han Solo.
Now have I taken heart, thou vanishedst. Sweet spirit, I would hold more talk with thee. This visitation marks a turning point, the end of one life as another starts. I must be strong. Remember my first call and shun the folly that consumed my life. The years spent with the vile First Order shall become the nadir of a human life. The lowest rung upon my ladder tall, the ebbing of the ocean of my days. Bass notes of the symphony of time. However long my strand of life shall be, ere fate ordains to clip it and release my life into the force forevermore, I shall exist to bring light to the world, deliver hope to those too long oppressed, make recompense for all the wrong I've done. The work beginneth now as I proceed to Exegol to face the Emperor. Defeating him must be the initial deed in making up for Kylo Ren's foul works. The name doth leave a rotten taste inside my mouth. What vanity to turn away the name my loving parents preferred me. No evil knave, no longer Kylo Ren. I turn away from he who I was then. From now, I'm a Solo. Once again, the son of Han and Leia. I am Ben.
Exit. Act 4, Scene 1, aboard the Steadfast. Enter 2 stormtroopers.
Good morrow, mate. Thy face is bonny as a morning sun when first it shineth bright.
Oh, well met to you then as well. I see thou art in high spirits, with smile upon thy face. I can see it beneath thy mask, also beneath thy helmet, I presume.
I cannot keep my merriment from thee, eh?
Oh, what is it has filled thee with so much joy?
Huh? I've been in the bunk room.
Oh.
I find myself embarrassed suddenly to tell of what I did therein.
Embarrassed? Thou! 'Tis only I, thy best and oldest friend.
We two were stationed here together, but a fortnight passed and only then did meet.
And yet our shared experience when we were swindled by that Jedi harpy.
True. No truer friend I've had since that occurred.
Would thou vouchsafe thy secret, then, to me?
If thou shalt promise ne'er to mock, sirrah.
Oh, say never so, my friend, say never so. I mock thee, ha! What was it in the bunk room thou wert at? 'Twas not nefarious or aberrant.
Nay, 'twas but a pastime, which is yet a newfound hobby, vulnerable still.
I see, friend. Fear thou not my confidence. Mine ears shall hear or ne'er be mock born. From those two organs to escape my mouth.
The plain fact is, I took some time to write.
To write? Heard I, alright.
Wholly right! Composing with my pen, mine ink, and wit.
I'm astonished. What does that write? Be like some tome, an epic history of our first order and its chapter first.
Nay, something else, which still my tongue would hide.
Proceed, I pray. Pull those the bandage off.
'Tis fiction that I write, yet stories, tales of fancy imagination pure.
E'en so, it's something that I could read.
Nay, no. 'Tis only private. Nay.
Canst thou at least tell me what thou didst write, that put thee in this splendid, joyful mood?
As far I'll tell to thee, yea, though nothing more. I am the author of an epic tale, writ in 9 parts. An opera of space! It telleth such adventures and delights. Oh, never wouldst believe I penned the thing.
The tale sounds marvellous! How shall it end?
I cannot tell.
Oh, thou can tell's me in sooth.
How misses my meaning utterly, my friend? I merely mean I do not know, as of yet. These strands unravelled spread most anywhere respect I've learned for storytellers all who plot these tales and tie up every end.
Full confidence have I thou shalt do so as well. It seemeth art is thy domain, not mine, and I do wish thee well on it. One day, perchance, thou shalt let me peruse the chronicle, once thou completest it. Until that time, shall we go to supper?
Yeah. Writing gives me an appetite.
Same.
Exeunt, the bold choice stormtroopers. Enter Emperor Palpatine in beam and Allegiant General Pride.
The Princess of Old Alderaan did thwart my plan, and still her deed shall be in vain. Come unto Exegol, strong General Pride.
As I did serve you in the former wars, I serve you now to settle former scores.
Take thou the ship to a world they bound 30 minutes ago, and let it burn, our dominance to show. The final order doth begin anon. She'll come to us. Her friends shall follow on.
With full allegiance I give you my yea, and shall your bidding do sans more delay.
Exeunt. Behold, the power once in Death Star hands is wielded by a single ship alone. A Star Destroyer's weaponry expands, and Zounds! Kajimi unto bits is blown. Pour one out for Babu Frik and Zori Bliss, probably. Scene 2, on Agent Kloss. Enter Poe Dameron, Finn, Chewbacca, C-3PO, BB-8, and D-O emerging from the Millennium Falcon. Enter Commander Dacey meeting them.
Poe, Finn, ye have returned with heavy heart. I must unfold to ye what hath occurred.
We have some haste, Commander. Hold thou off.
We must unto the general anon. Our news for her is most indefinite and although altogether unaccountable.
Yet she is gone, and cannot hear your suit.
My princess and my general, not so.
Nay, Chewie, be not lost in grief.
Oh, there is no cease of sorrow when the heart, like refuse, is cast out and thrown away. My best friend, Han, or Han, depending on which movie you're watching, was felled by his own son, and now is reunited with his love. Shut up, whoever you are, crinkling bottles. I'm monologuing.
Yeah, it's super annoying, isn't it, Matt?
I was typing, it's different. Oh, where am I? Oh, the woman who such kindness showed to me, she who was ever noble, graceful, true, more than a friend, my human family. When she walked into our two scoundrel lives, brash, certain of herself, and calling me a walking carpet moments after our first encounter had on Death Star Old. I mean, I thought she was rude at first, but I kind of liked it. I was not certain we could ever be in allies, far less comrades closely knit. The years and our shared cause smoothed every age of our beginning, rocky though it was. In time, her wit and grit fit perfectly. The piece that did complete our puzzle well. Then we were Leia, Han, Chewbacca, Luke, profound quartet to maze a galaxy. Oh, Han fallen, Luke to follow, Leia now. It's like they wanted to get rid of all the old people or something. Well, at least we still have Lando. On sorrow have I surfeited, I think, too much, ate too much of the bitter meat of woe. Shall old Chewbacca outlive everyone? I mean, I've already fake died once. Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Enter Rose Tico, Lieutenant Connix, and Beaumont Kin.
The woes but multiply. We have received intelligence of late. The vile First Order sacked Kijimi whole. The planet blasted into shards of stone.
Kijimi? How? First Leia, now this? This will sure be cut to me. This will sure to cut me to the heart, the place where my true bliss resideth.
A blast from one mere Star Destroyer, Poe, one of the newfound ships of the Sith fleet, come forward from the unknown regions grim.
Aha, the Emperor sent a ship from Exegol? Doth this perforce mean each ship in the fleet
hath planet-killing weapons? Yea, 'tis plain. Upon the subject, however, shall I forbear to dilate. This is how he shall the war forever end.
Take heed, I pray. The strange transmission doth appear upon each frequency the radio can call.
A strange voice comes out of Rose's radio.
The vile resistance is now dead. The fire that burneth by the power of the Sith shall blaze. All the world surrender or be slain. The final order doth begin today.
Our Leia
Yes.
made thee acting general. I prithee, guide us. Say, what shall we do?
Let me collect my thoughts a while, good Rose. Exhausted, very naturally, by such stupendous efforts, would I spend some time in contemplation of our circumstance.
Poe walks aside. Finn approaches D.O., who is rummaging through Rey's belongings. Rude.
Nay, fain would I not have thee touch these things, for they belong to my untreasured friend.
Perdón. ¿Ella se ha ido?
Yea, fled and gone, I know not where she's flown.
Espero ver a mi segundo mejor amiga de nuevo.
Thy feeling's mine. I miss her sorely too. What is thy name, thou frisky little droid?
Finn and De-O continue to speak. Poe aside looks up and addresses Leia's body.
Hear my confession. I have lost my way and know not whither to direct my steps. Yeah, I've been so long, so constantly before the public eye, that now I fear all eyes are on me, at least to my least prepared. What thou didst when thou younger wert than I, for such I am not ready, but afeard.
Enter Lando of Calrissian, addressing Poe.
In troth, we were not ready at the time. Luke, Leia, Han, and I, whoever was.
You are not readily discouraged, though. How did you do it? Being unprepared, defeat the Empire, withal nearly not.
We had each other, and it was enough. 'Tis how we won, and how ye too shall win.
Inspired, Poe rushes toward Finn, who rushes toward Poe at the same moment, and then they kiss.
Oh, aught hath come to light, for our two minds to contemplate in conversation swift.
I too must speak to thee, and presently, before we kiss. The avenues of death are numerous and strange, and I fear we shall thither if 'tis I alone who leads. I cannot thus. Indeed, I need thee in command beside me, Finn.
This droid hath many thanks, of course, for these most kind and heartfelt words.
Yea, General, for there are scoundrels in this world, but thou art none.
Thanks, General. Feast now thine ears. This droid hath information plenty that...
This squeaking little spalleen cone face? This...
No mames, fue. No, yo soy Dio.
Dio, truly. Seems slower than it actually is.
Eduardo viajo e exego con ochi de bastón.
Yeah, wherefore word this bounty hunter, Ochi, thither fly? 'Tis strange in faith. My curiosity hath not been altogether satisfied.
'Twas his employment one small girl to filch, e'en from Jakku, and render unto her the Emperor's nefarious, who did desire to have the girl both safe and sound. I told thee once that Rey doth demon's face, and fighteth many battles deep within. This newfound tale hath crystallized my thoughts, not only by ourselves as Rey fair prized. Come, let us on these matters further think.
Exeunt all except Lando.
Though my time to play warrior hath passed, my conscience could not bear to stand aside. Kind Leia, general unto this band, hath given her life to see her purpose through, to let resistance sound through the stars. My friend and fellow scoundrel, even Han, was done to death by those whom he opposed, even in the end betrayed by his own son. How can I be ambivalent to this? How should a man avoid what he doth see? I'll not spend the remainder of my days like some poor actor, waiting in the wings until he hears the perfect cue, e'en whilst he shuts his ears to how the scene plays out. Nay, there shall not be Lando bit by my heart, for whilst the heart still beats within my breast, and whilst mine eyes can see a ship to fly, and whilst my legs can hold my body up, and whilst my soul doth at injustice rage, I'll enter, say my lines, and play my part. Then, only when the drama is complete, the players leave and the globe silent sits. Then I may set aside my script and rest. Till then, resistance. Take my very best.
Exit. Scene 3. On Achto. Enter Rey, burning the tie with spur, and throwing wood onto the flames. Enter various porgs nearby.
Don't worry, he's here. The anger I am not allowed to feel when playing in another person's scene outpoureth as I find myself alone. Farewell, the former Rey who lived before. Observe the tenor of a newer Rey. Rey who doth light the spark that stokes the pyre. Methinks these blazes never shall be doused. evolving ever more to fire anew. Red, yellow, orange tongues of flame that scorch each remnant of my former trusting heart. Now, like a creature rising from the ash, emergeth this new ray to scald the world. My first deed is to singe the villain's ship, its metal turned to embers blistering. Even though my rage could sear a planet whole, such anger I shall not inflict upon it. Already too much damage have I done. Ren nearly killed, and Leia dead and gone. Escape I'll find on Act 2, where I shall retreat most peacefully from frightful war. Embracing loose clandestine habitat, concealment on this lonely island shall outdo the other paths that I could take. Now press thy hand to do thy tongue's desire. Can I so greet this unknown future that I shall destroy my lightsaber as well? Let it be so. It must. Let it burn too. Erase the past. Yes, kill it if thou must. Destroy it with the life that once Rey led. Porg.
Rey throws her lightsaber toward the fire. Enter Ghost of Luke Skywalker, catching it.
Nay, throw not thy lightsaber away. A Jedi's weapon more respect deserves.
Oh, Master Skywalker.
What dost thou do? What means this funeral glow of flame?
I saw myself upon the dark throne sat. This must not be. I shall not leave this place, yet follow in thy footsteps and remain.
Nay, I was in the wrong. 'Twas fear that kept me here upon this island most remote. Pray, speak. Of what art thou, Rey, most afeared?
Myself?
Because thou art a Palpatine.
Rey looks surprised.
This is going to sound really crazy, but I knew it, as did Leia, verily.
She told me, nah, yet trained me even so.
She saw thy spirit good, thy vibrant heart, the ray of light that spilleth from thy soul. Aught is there, Rey, that stronger proves than blood. Confronting fear is the true destiny of every Jedi, even thy destiny. If thou shalt not face Palpatine, 'twill be the end of all the Jedi, and the war shall thereby end in loss. Come with me, Rey. Upon the island is another thing that Leia would have wished for thee to have.
They walk together, and Luke shows Rey a stone. He picks it up to reveal another lightsaber underneath.
'Tis Leia's lightsaber.
This is wild, but upon the last night of her training, Leia just stopped at once, as if struck by an immobility, and told me that she had sensed the death of her beloved son awaiting at the end of her path as a Jedi. Rather would she end the training than take such a course. Surrendering her saber unto me, she said one day it would be taken up again by someone who her journey would complete. 1,000 generations live in thee. This is thy fight. Take both lightsabers with thee unto Exegol.
How shall I, though? Have not the Wayfinder and have destroyed Ren's ship.
Thou hast each thing thou dost require.
The Wayfinder, the ship, 'tis evident.
Rey rushes to the charred remains of Kylo Ren's ship and finds his Wayfinder, pulling it from the wreckage.
But 2 were made, as Lando did report.
Luke stands aside and uses the Force to lift his X-Wing from the water offshore.
Now, by the Force, an X-Wing I'll produce, that Rey may have another ship to employ. No longer tentative of mine own skill, in death I have become one with the Force, and render all the power that once methought impossible when Yoda taught it me. Come, trusty ship, and by the Force appear, yea, fly again, no more a souvenir.
Exeunt. Scene 4 on Agent Kloss. Enter C-3PO and R2-D2. Enter Poe Dameron, Finn, Chewbacca, Rose Tico, Lando of Calrissian, Maz Kanata, BB-8, Day-O, Commander Dacey, Lieutenant Connix, Beaumont Kin, Snap Wexley, Nine Nub, Aftog Akbar, and other soldiers and pilots aside working in the Resistance base. Whew.
Meep, meep, whistle, meep it up. Woo!
Hola, Sirrah. C-3PO am I, an expert in the human-cyborg link. Thou smallest droid, may I the privilege to know thy name?
Squeak!
What?
Meep, missile, squeak! Uni! Meep, meep.
It's possible my friend C-3PO doth not remember me? I'll not stand for it.
I would recall if I, a best friend, had.
Meep, squeak!
Thou wouldst put what inside my pate? No circumstance within the galaxy could make me yield to such a deed as...
Squeak!
R2-D2 zaps C-3PO, who flails. Flail C-3PO. Flail. Yeah, there it is. R2-D2 quickly inserts a plug into C-3PO's head and begins restoring his memory.
The memory restoration is complete. There is some ill a-brewing toward my rest, for I did dream of Babu Frik tonight. Say, didst thou know, R2, that I shall soon accompany our Mistress Rey upon her first adventure?
Whistle, meep, beep, beep, squeak!
Yea, speakest thou truly? I already have.
Although he prattle endlessly, I do confess a thankfulness to have him back.
Beg pardon? Oh yes, a signal thou hast found. From whom?
Aside, Finn plugs Day-O into a computer as Poe and Rose look on.
The information thou dost seek is here. The plan for an airstrike on Exegol.
Not have been written on the topic, then could be considered as decisive. This is helpful, yea, but lacketh still the most important detail. How to thither fly. Dost see these Atmo readings? Wondrous strange.
Magnetic crossfields.
Wells of gravity with solar winds aplenty to disturb.
How could the fleet e'en launch from such a place? The knowledge astronomical lies not.
C-3PO and R2-D2 approach them.
Excuse me, it seems R2's memory bank is crossed with his receptors logical. He saith a signal comes from Master Luke.
They connect R2-D2 to the computer.
Words are vague things. I am at a loss. An older craft identifying mark. Indeed, 'tis Luke Skywalker's X-Wing class.
It doth transmit course marker signals as it flieth to the unknown regions grim.
Rey, for certain, she doth lead the way.
Blick, blee, flick, blee, zoo, zooner royal, blip, blip, blue.
She flies to Exegol and bids us join.
Then we shall thither, bound together, o'er the fiery wall of the horizon dark.
All gather around.
How sadly thou dost sit aside, my friend, near broken by the weight of tragedy. We need thee still and bid thee to thy feet. The resistant cannot win, sans Chewie.
There is not time in now for sadness when the galaxy is threatened by such spite. Bear up thy mourning, soldiers, and stand tall, Chewbacca, for thou sure shalt honor all the lost in fighting for the cause they loved.
Whilst yet the fleet of Star Destroyers remains on Exegol, we'll fall upon them there.
But how shall we so? Are they not numerous?
They cannot activate protective shields until they leave the atmosphere thereof.
From Exegol, the deed is difficult. Ships of their side needs help. Ships of their size need help, their bulk to launch. The heavens wear an aspect of grave ill. Their navigation systems cannot tell which way is up or down in such a place.
How do the ships launch?
Poe projects an image of a tower.
How this happens is not difficult to see. They are led by a signal from this navigation tower.
No signal they'll receive if we succeed. The air team shall the tower quickly find, the ground team shall destroy it in a flash.
A ground team?
Yea, for which I've many thoughts.
The tower being down, the fleet shall be trapped in the atmosphere for a few minutes. No shield and no escape, and there will strike. Methinks the very air or Exegol shall then seem to us redolent with death.
'Tis possible the cannons may connect into the main reactors.
'Tis our chance.
A Holdo-like maneuver would suit well.
In faith, the noble lady did achieve a once-in-a-lifetime stratagem. Our fighters and our freighters can destroy them fully if they are enough of us.
Yeah, man.
Hey, 'tis true. We'd be no more than insects on their glass.
'Tis wherefore Lando and brave Chewie shall toward the core system in the Falconfly send forth a plea for help to any who can hear our need and render some relief.
There are full many allies all around who will quickly join if they know hope exists. The very denseness of the company enlisting shall astound ye utterly.
All mutter apprehensively.
You hearing this bullshit? I don't know. It's garbage. I don't like it.
Avengers Endgame.
You're full of shit, man.
Chewie, I heard
The
that.
thing about Avengers Endgame is like we knew all these characters.
Yeah,
and people,
like,
oh, spoilers.
I know things.
Okay. The vile first order winneth when they cause our souls to tremble, thinking we're alone. 'Tis not the truth, believe it not, my friends. Good folk will join the fight if we but lead. Our general, strong Leia, ne'er gave up, and neither, as we spread her legacy, shall we give up. We'll show we're not afraid. All that our mothers and our fathers fought for, we shall not let die. Nay, not today. This day we make our final mighty stand for everyone within the galaxy. For Leia, brave and worthy general. For all whom we have lost along the way.
All begin making preparations throughout the base. With newfound hope doth our resistance bold spring into action, soon to face the foe. Although they fear the massacres of old, each person, droid, and weapon prime to go. The ships prepared, they launch into the skies, whilst friend to friend join in a last embrace. Today, resistance strong and sure doth rise, the powerful Emperor finally to face.
They have already taken too much from us. Now we shall press them with a frightful strike. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge cry, bold resistance shall its hope enlarge.
Exunt in various ships. Act 5, Scene 1, on Exegol. Enter Rey, stage right in the X-Wing. A fleet of Star Destroyers fills the sky in the center of the stage. Enter stage left, various First Order officers.
Her ship is on approach.
All ships ascend into departing altitude anon.
The Star Destroyers begin to rise.
'Tis Exegol at last, where I meet fate. 2 lightsabers beside me. I'm prepared. Beneath this mighty block my path awaits. Descend into the depths, then come what may.
Enter Poe Dameron with R2-D2 in his X-Wing, Finn, Rose Tico, Janna, BB-8, Lieutenant Connix, and Beaumont Kin in a lander vessel, and Snap Wexley, 9 Nub, Aftab Akbar, and other soldiers and pilots in various ships to center stage, arriving at Exegol.
The way is rough, my friends. Stay locked on course. The course the Rey valiantly has set for us. Yea, let us hope that matters here, again, take not a most unfavorable turn and dampen our attack.
Pray, Captain, look! Resistance fighters arriving in a trice!
Allegiant General.
Enter Allegiant General Pride and Admiral Griss, stage left.
Use their own guns and shoot them from the sky, and 'twere a sport.
Infinity of the matter is no dream. Behold that fleet beyond proportion grand.
The First Order begins firing on the Resistance ships.
Damn this endeavor. They will wreck us all. Now we're in Exegol, we're more the fool. Descend upon their altitude anon. For will not fire upon us if they shall but strike each other, making the attempt. Go! Help shall come!
Below, the tower, I found. 'Tis in my sights if we can make it there.
The ships rush toward the tower. Rey reaches the Emperor's chambers.
As glorious as Takodana was, when first I laid mine eyes upon its shores, and learned that all was not bleak as Jakku, this glooming place is its stark opposite. All blacks and greys, with flashes of white light, forbidding as our nightmare was. Be calm.
Enter TIE fighter pilot center stage, rushing toward the Resistance ships. Incoming TIEs! Upon us! Suddenly!
I see them, Finn.
Right.
I'll hope thy path, thereby thy team will be enabled to perform some feats of wondrous dexterity.
They're targeting the navigation tower to render our fleet undeployable.
Then we'll use the tower, officer. Switch thou the navigation signal to the ship, wherefrom we'll launch with eager fleet, steer it unto the galaxy ourselves.
The navigation tower turns off.
The navigation tower is at once deactivated, like they knew our plan.
What's this foul news thou doth report? Alas!
The ships rely upon the signal, Finn. Thus it must come from somewhere, verily.
They have deduced our operation. Fine. By way of staying execution, call thou off the operation on the ground.
Nay, wait. The signal comes from above. The vast commanding ship fly over us. 'Tis certainly our drop zone, I affirm.
How canst thou know?
A feeling. 'Tis enough.
Thou wouldst a ground invasion launch upon a Star Destroyer?
Listen, from afar the navigation functions will not stop. 'Tis not my heart's desire, yet we must fly unto the ship forthwith. Pray cover us. The fleet must remain here till help arrives.
We hope.
Forsooth, we hope with all our strength.
Ye heard the general. Pay heed to him. All wings give cover to the lander now, and give your whole attention to the massive ties that fly beneath us.
The lander in which Finn, Rose, and Janna fly lands on the command ship.
Venture forth.
A carrier for troops hath landed on our vast and hulking ship. Their speeders jammed.
Sir, I cannot.
Say wherefore?
It is not mere speeders they employ.
Finn, Janna, and other Resistance soldiers ride out of the lander on Orbox. Jerry Orbox.
In faith, methinks my writing is most fair for having had a single lesson in the skill thereof.
Rose, Beaumont, BB-8, and others run out of the lander.
Zoos, Billy, Reach, Bill, Blue, Bleak, Royal, Blue, Royal.
Thou art a wonder. Forward, BB-8. The tower's ahead for us to strike.
Rey reaches the Sith throne.
The throne that I have seen in vision grim. Shall I be seated thereupon anon?
She points to the audience?
Behold around me, minions of the dark, vast numbers, followers of Palpatine, who watch like groundlings for the final scene.
Enter Emperor Palpatine, stage right, connected to an omen harness. Enter several sovereign protectors surrounding him.
Long have I waited to regard thy face, then see my grandchild to her home return. Ne'er did I want thee dead, but wished thee here, mine Empress Palpatine. Thou shalt the throne assume, for 'tis your birthright here to reign. 'Tis in thy blood, our blood, that which we share.
I have not come to lead the evil Sith, but end them.
As a Jedi.
Even so.
Nay, nay, hatred, spite, and anger waft from thee, because thou dost desire to slaughter me. 'Tis what I want as well. We share the aim. Kill me, so shall my spirit pass to thee. As all the Sith live in me, so thou shalt be Empress when we two are finally one.
All the Star Destroyers engage their thrusters.
Anybody else sensing something that they'd rather be up here fighting than dealing with? The truth of the whole matter is plain. And now, the ships are hot, preparing to depart. How goes thy mission, Finn? Give thy report.
We'll soon detonate our forceful bombs and, in a flash, destroy the whole tower.
The hatches we must fill with deadly shells.
Fine, BB-8, this is the moment, droid.
Finn and Jannah cover BB-8 while he opens a hatch on the command ship.
My former comrades' arrows fly on thee. Feel thou my bite in vengeance and remorse. The vengeance on your ranks for evil done. Remorse for all I did ere I left you.
Zoo, zoom, blocks, blay, flew, flit, blab, zwab, blue, bliss, blip, blear, roop, zip, flip, zoon, royal, bliss, flip, zoom, bleachy, royal, roof, fool, rig, blee, blick, zoon.
Finn and Jannah set several explosive devices in the hatch. Finn, Jannah, and BB-8 escape as the hatch and the tower above it explode.
This finished!
Well done, clever Finn! The navigation signal silenced is, yet shall not be forever. With a shout, I call attention to the fact, and it becomes immediately obvious.
Our systems are offline.
Resetting on the navigation signal. In a trice.
Finn and Jannah prepare to run back to the lander, but Finn hesitates.
Finn!
Nay, listen, for the cannon stop. They shall refresh their systems once again.
What is the consequence? Why pausest thou?
There is yet something fate would spin for me.
Wherever thou shalt go, I'll thither too.
Bye! Neither Falcon nor some backup comes!
Meep it up, boop, squeak! Hey, I confess I do not know, but feel a chafing in my mind at these most unaccountable vicissitudes of fortune. Our two, peradventure, none shall come to give us aid. If so, we are doomed. That's right, doomed.
What shall we do, General? Miss this. Scrap.
We are lamentably deficient, true, yet must hit them ourselves with all we have.
What can we do against these giant ships?
We now approach what is, by far, the most important and most interesting part of this, wherein we must but stay alive.
The time hath come. With all thy hatred, take my life, and thus ascend unto the throne.
Thou wantest only for my soul to hate, yet I shall none. I'll hate not even thee.
Weak, like thy parents.
Nay, they both were strong. They saved me from a greater evil. Thou.
Thy master, Luke Skywalker, once was saved by his dear father. 'Tis unfortunate. The only family thou hast here is I.
He uses the Force to open a panel and reveal the battle in the sky overhead.
They have not long, thy friends. No one shall come to give them succor. And thou art the one who led them hither, that they all may die. Strike me and take my throne. Reign over my new empire, and the vast fleet shall be thine. 'Tis thou alone who hast the power to save thy weak companions. penance from thy foolery. Refuse, and thy new family shall die.
Enter Ben Solo, stage right, arriving in a TIE fighter.
The journey was both long and perilous. Yet have I come to start my recompense. The debt I owe for acts of evil done, the obligations due to those I hurt, the needed payments at mine own expense, the balance due for the life of Kylo Ren. I see Luke's X-Wing here and sense that Rey hath come therein, the Emperor to face. Toward the massive edifice I run, then leap within the pit where sits the throne. Ouch. 'Twas far easier when platform did provide descent far gentler than this climb.
Ben, he's here. Now trickery shall hap. Yea, I shall do it, even as thou sayest.
Good.
Rose, Connix, and Beaumont retreat into the lander, but Rose realizes Finn is gone.
Finn, where art thou? Why comest thou not? The lander shall departure make anon.
Thou must fly sans, both Jenna and myself. We swiftly shall the ship entire destroy.
What? Truly? How shall ye accomplish this?
We'll fire on the command deck presently. Get hence, Rose, please. Farewell.
Rose, we must go.
Finn aims a cannon at the command deck.
I'll to the trigger that we soon may strike.
So it begins. She'll bravely strike me down and pledge herself unto the potent Sith.
Ben runs toward the throne room. Enter several Knights of Ren! Enter stage, blocking his path!
Fuck, my ankle still hurts. So my former comrades now in darkness come. They know I have defected from their cause, and gladly shall prevent my passageway.
Ben fights the knights who subdue him.
My ankle.
She shall, upon my mark, her weapon draw, make her approach toward me, and have done. She shall take her revenge, and with a stroke of her lightsaber of the Sith reborn, she shall, in doing so, proclaim to all, the Jedi now are dead and gone forever!
Rey turns on Luke's lightsaber.
Now is my strange connection unto Ben more powerful than e'er 'twas before. He needs my help, and I shall give it him, that he may join the fight against Palpatine.
Do it! Do it! Even now! Make known the sacrifice!
She places Luke's lightsaber behind her head, as if about to strike. The lightsaber transfers by the Force to Ben's hand.
I saw that coming, not all warrants. Thought this would be Luke's lightsaber.
Ben attacks the Knights of Ren with Luke's lightsaber. Rey takes Leia's lightsaber from her belt and turns it on.
Lay on, ye hounds of hell. Rey comes for you.
Using the Force and the lightsaber, Rey slays the Sovereign Protectors while Ben fights the Knights of Ren.
How good it feels to struggle for the light, to know mine actions make my father proud, to feel my mother's strength course through my veins. The training I once used unto the dark is quickly turned upon my former friends.
Ben slays the Knights of Ren. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
As Rey slays the Sovereign Protectors. Rey and Ben meet in the throne room and lift their lightsabers to face Palpatine.
A perfect two to overcome the one.
Perfect two, strong daughter, mighty son.
Palpatine uses the Force to knock Rey and Ben to their knees.
So much for that.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, right where I want you. Ye stand together, die together too. Yet as I strike you, Feel the power within your life force as a dyad makes me new. A power that could life itself imbue. Unseen for generations hath it been. Ye stand together, die together too. The one true emperor shall by ye two be utterly restored. So shall I win. Your life force as a dyad makes me new. Your swift defeat and death rise into view. Rebirth astounding doth your doom begin. Ye stand together, die together too. Renewed ascendance comes, long overdue. No longer weak, no longer small and thin. Your life force as a dyad makes me new. See Palpatine together knit anew, rebuilding bones and inward parts and skin. Ye stand together, die together too. Your life force as a dyad makes me new.
Fucking bullshit.
He uses the Force to extract life from them. They collapse. Meanwhile, a TIE fighter pursues Snap Wexley's X-Wing.
Snap, look! A fighter follows on the hard. His scheme is gradually matured, for he hath slyly cornered thee into his trap.
Hey, man, I see it! Oh, I can't shake this knave!
Snap's ship is shot and crashes, killing Snap.
Oh, Snap! Nay! My longtime confidant is slain! Longtime confidant. Totally long time. My friends, it cannot be denied that we are terribly deficient. Oh, forgive. We thought we had a chance to win the day. Alas, there are too many enemies, too great a strength against which we resist.
Enter Lando of Calrissian and Chewbacca and the Millennium Falcon, with masses of other pilots in their ships, including Zori Bliss, Babu Frik, and Wedge Antilles.
Yet fear not, Poe, for we are many more, and there are more of us who still have hope.
Poe flies around to see the fleet of allies who have arrived.
Have ever eyes looked on so beauteously a sight? Oh, friends, we are remarkably in the continuous profusion of good gifts that fortune lavishes on us.
We knew they'd join, and join they have. Ah, Lando, thou hast done the unfeasible, thou didst yea! We find triumph yet.
A plan doth hatch. One thing becomes more, and more evident the more longer I do gaze. Pray, strike the underbelly of the cannons fast, for each we do hit doth symbol one world save.
The new resistance ships engage and begin shooting at the Star Destroyer's cannons.
Well flown, good Lando, still hast thou the touch.
Alack! A full destroyer have we lost!
Where did they come by all these fighter craft? They have no navy.
'Tis no navy, sir. 'Tis merely people. That people fed by hope.
Zori and Babu Frik, flying in a ship, destroy a cannon.
Farewell, thou sky trash.
Oh, it giveth me perhaps as much pleasure as I can in any matter now experience to hear that voice. Who is that flyer, eh?
Guess for thyself, Spice Runner.
Oh, huzzah!
A marvel! Zori, thou art yet alive. The thrilling and enthralling eloquence of thy low musical language made its way into my heart by paces steadily and stealthily progressive. And I feared, when I heard Kajimi's fate, that thou wert gone forever.
In the Sith throne room, Palpatine is restored and released from his Omen harness.
Look ye on what you've made. The hordes that fill this wooden O await for this. the moment of my victory.
Ben struggles to his feet. Palpatine lifts him into the air using the Force.
As once I fell, the last Skywalker falls.
Palpatine uses the Force to knock Ben down. Exit Ben through the trapdoor.
We shall not fear this feeble, weak attack, my faithful denizens. Naught can delay the long-expected triumph of the Sith, which sees both our return and our ascent.
Palpatine sends lightning into the air all around, striking the Resistance ships and pilots and sending them into confusion.
R2, my systems fail. The power that is emanating from the planet doth my ships subdue. In vain I struggle against the irresistible, strange influence. Squeak who? The horned lightning works me woe. Can any hear? I fear this wicked light hath rendered all communications not. Gloom, horror, sweet grief swept over us in clouds, whilst our sad ships are falling from the sky.
The folly and the hubris you displayed, that ere you weak and simple-minded imps would dare defy the final order's might. I laugh at your endeavors, knavish rogues.
Rey awakens and looks beyond the stars.
Beyond the battle, far beyond the pain, beyond the sting of Palpatine's revenge, past this particular moment and its grief, as allies perish in the combat strife, away from all the fear that doth reside within the hearts of every person here. Look, Rey, much farther, out beyond the stars, and feel the presence of the Jedi past. Be with me. Oh, be with me, ancestors. The voices of the Jedi answer back.
Voices are heard from off stage, belonging to Luke Skywalker, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, Ayla Secura, Ahsoka Tano, Kanan Jarrus, Luminara Unduli, and Adi Gallia. They speak only to Rey.
These are the final steps thou must complete. Rise thou, and take them bravely.
Rey!
Rey.
Rey. Restore the balance, Rey, even as I did.
Find thou the light, Rey.
Thou art not alone.
Alone, ne'er wert thou. Forever the Jedi have remained with thee, Rey.
Each Jedi who ever lived now lives in thee.
The Force surrounds thee, Rey. Oh God, sand!
Let it guide thee.
Even as it guided us in eons past.
Feel thou the Force flowing through thee, Rey. 'Tis life itself, motherfucker.
Yea, let it lift thee, Rey.
Rise, Rey.
We stand with thee forever.
Rey.
Rise in the Force, Rey. With all thee we take our stand. Rise then. Make it so.
The Jedi's strength doth lie within her heart.
Rise.
Rise.
Force will always be with thee, Rey.
Rey rises to her feet and calls Leia's lightsaber to her using the Force.
I am as constant as the Jedi past, who stand with me now, empowering me to rise.
Palpatine stops shooting lightning as he sees her.
Thy death shall be the final chapter in the story of rebellion's wretched fall.
Palpatine shoots lightning at Rey through his hands, which she blocks with Leia's lightsaber.
Our systems have returned. The lightning fled. A shadow gathers o'er my brain, even so, because we have but moments left to spare. One final chance we have been granted. Go! Strike ye the cannons! Let us win the day!
The Resistance ships attack the Star Destroyers as Palpatine continues to shoot lightning at Rey.
Thou nothing art, and less. A scavenger will never match the power at my grasp. Thou helpless girl, here. I am all the Sith.
Rey uses the Force to call Luke's lightsaber to her other hand and blocks the lightning with both lightsabers.
And I am all the Jedi. Come to bear.
She advances on him, turning his lightning back on him.
Oh, 2 lightsabers? I guess that's it. I'm dead. If one good deed in all my life I did, I do repent it from my very soul.
Palpatine dies. The throne room shakes as the statues of the Sith fall.
With final shudder doth the Emperor fall, whose wrath no more shall plague the galaxy.
Standing on the command ship, Janna connects the trigger of the cannon that Finn has aimed at the bridge. The cannon fires.
Alack, undone! We are undone at the last!
The bridge explodes, killing Allegiant General Pride and his officers. Behold, Poe, the command ship doth explode!
The fleet is trapped and ne'er shall fly again. The fury of the tempest dies away, a dead calm suddenly succeeding it. Let us go hence, away from Exegol. Finn, did you see the sack of this great ship?
Finn ne'er did board the lander.
Can it be? When bravery is the theme, I well know with what great facility you soar us into the regions of utter ideal.
Finn and Janna start to fall as the command ship tumbles from the sky.
Nay!
I see them on the ship. I will save them both.
Nay! General, thou shalt not be in time!
Why, surely you cannot be serious. I'm far faster than thou can reckon this, and I still haven't gotten my kiss.
I'll wager thou art not as fast as this ship.
Lando and Chewbacca and the Millennium Falcon speed past Poe's X-Wing.
We'll get him, Chewie. Open the hatch.
I shall, good Lando, for the nonce I've seen in now of death, and shall not leave my friends.
They fly to where Finn and Janna are trapped on a ledge of the command ship. Finn and Janna jump onto the Falcon as the command ship strikes the ground and explodes.
I scrape far closer than I do prefer. Observe the engineering marvel fail. Such vast amounts of human work destroyed in seconds. Dreadful casualty of war.
Now all is finished. I am torn to shreds. Yea, now my spirit goes. I can no more.
Rey falls, lifeless, and Finn senses it.
Noblest of women, art thou fallen dead? Nay, Rey, say 'tis not so. Forfend this fate. Flown is her spirit from her body, rent in twain by foul exertion and abuse.
All freeze. Enter Maz Kanata on balcony with Leia's body. Enter Ben Solo through the trapdoor.
Once fallen, broken, yea, but not yet dead. I grope and fumble, finding purchase on the rock that I made to the scene once more. Although I sense the enemy is gone.
He climbs into the throne room and stumbles to Rey's side, sitting next to her.
So soon turned ally, Rey. And too soon gone. Why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous? And that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain, with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last.
He takes her in his arms.
Arms, take your first and last embrace of her. Still now thy thoughts, Ben. Join her in the Force. Whatever life I have within me, yet thus proffer I to her that she may live, and in full recompense for who I've been and what I've done and wherefore I did so.
Ben puts one hand on Rey's side and transfers life to her through the Force. Rey revives and puts her hand on his.
A comfortable touch. Where is my foe? I do remember well where I should be. And there I am, with Ben here by my side. Ben, thou didst come and save me from death's grip.
She kisses him.
No, I don't.
Smile at each other. Yes, they do. They
No,
kiss.
no.
They're a dyad in the Force, and they kiss, and they share a moment of gratitude and acknowledgement.
Never happened.
It's canon, they kiss.
As from my lips, by thine my sin is purged.
Ben dies.
Bye, bitch. My life, I see, hath been his timeless end.
Ben's body disappears from the throne room, and Leia's body disappears from her bed.
Her son's tale ends, and now she is at peace. Thus doth the story of their wars surcease.
Exit Maz.
Oh, mine amazement is, of course, extreme. Around us ships are falling like the rain. The much despised First Order dropping as a torrent on the face of Exegol. The fiery rubble crashes to the ground like hail upon hard frozen dirt. Smoke riseth from the wreckage like a fog, wherefrom our band of hope will, like the sun, rise to a better day that dawns henceforth.
Enter Wicket and Pommet on balcony, watching the ships fall.
Oh, boogie, villains fallen, nookie.
And there was much nookie on Endor that night. Rey runs to Luke's X-Wing and boards it.
Hurly Burly's done, the battle won.
Exit Rey, flying away. Poe and Finn spot the X-Wing as she does.
Finn, look thou yonder. But a thunderbolt at my feet fallen, I would have never been more thoroughly astounded at the sight.
Red 5 is in the air. Rey liveth still, and folk around the galaxy entire are rising up against the First Order rule. We did it, Poe. Our battle's finished well.
We did it, Finn. All expectations spoilt. The epoch of this too eventful tale now may know peace, for hope doth here prevail.
Exit Sploit. That sums up Rise of Skywalker perfectly. That's a big old sploit.
I didn't write this. I didn't write this.
Scene 2 on Agent Claus. Enter Poe Dameron, Finn, Chewbacca, Lando of Calrissian, Rose Tico, Janna, Maz Kanata, C-3PO, R2-D2, BB-8, De-O, Zori Bliss, Babu Frik, Commander Daisy, Lieutenant Connix, Beaumont Kin, Nine Nub, Aftab Akbar, Wedge Antilles, Claude, and other soldiers and pilots landing and reuniting. A celebration of both hope and life breaks out as each unto the base returns. The battle o'er, the former mood of strife becomes relief that every soul discerns. E'en droids share tales of bravery in battle, of overcoming when they were afeared. With grateful hearts and unrestrained prattle, resistance hath toward rejoicing veered. Must all embrace each other with delight, and lovers reunite with tender kiss, especially Daisy, who was a lesbian in Star Wars, a very good first. Finn calmly waiteth for another sight, best friends with whom to share this untold bliss. Finn searches for Rey and Poe in the crowd.
The merriment fulfills my heart not yet, for I may not be whole without the two. Parts of my heart, yet which I have not found. My friends, who have been with me from the start.
Poe spots Zori from afar.
There's sweet Zori across the field from me. Simple nod, I bid her for a kiss. She laughs with both her arms and her legs at me, and shakes her head with gentle reprimand. Nay, not yet, nay. But the future, who may know?
No, no, no.
Babu! Didn't see you there.
I bid. I bid thee, Chewie, step aside for me.
Chewbacca kneels at Maz's side. She gives him a medal.
This reference is for thee, though long overdue.
Okay. Oh, the medal once awarded to brave Han, hard won for courage in the battle long ago, for which I once was overlooked. Now given unto me by kindly Mars, the medal is finally mine, motherfuckers! Yes! Ah! I am victorious! Ah! How does John do this every night? Keen am I, this memento to receive, yet did assume 'twas lost some years ago. Oh, decades after swiftly fall the tears, unbidden but sincerely from mine eyes. Past all mine expectation is this gift, e'en as I from this final battle rest. True kinfolk have I found within this band. Exciting ventures making my soul bright, replete this Wookiee spirit is with light.
Finn spots Poe and rushes toward him.
There's a Poe, adopted brother found.
Ho! Everyone doth know the finest place in all the world is with thy comrade best. Kiss me.
Finn and Poe embrace. Adopted brother don't mean nothing. Wow, rude. Enter Rey landing and emerging from the X-Wing. She disembarks, spots BB-8, and runs to him.
Thou tender droid, all thine antenna fix. I could not fail this mission, dost thou see? What wouldst thou do, songs me to straighten it?
Zwa, Phil, Bruil, Zoom, I love you, Ray. Philly Zoos, Split, Bliss.
Janna approaches Lando.
I prithee, General, whence comest thou?
Gold system. What of thee, kid? Whence comest thou?
Nay, I know not.
Be like we shall find out.
Finn and Poe spot Rey and approach her. They all embrace.
We three at long last reunited are.
We three. The blessed words ring as a knell.
We three, who e'er have fought and loved as one.
3, what about BB-8, bitches?
Here let the story rest, the battle cease. Here is the glad conclusion of our tale. Here friends and comrades are elated, and here shall they mourn for all whom they did lose.
Ye watchers all, amid the earnest woes that crowd around our path, which turn e'en now to gladness, hear this message we relay. Hope is the spark that ye should ne'er forsake.
Our story finishes, but yours endures. Resistance is the pathway of the just. Our Star Wars now are ended for the nonce. Have they moved ye to meaningful response?
All freeze as Rey takes center stage.
Flew I thereafter in the falcon fast, obtaining Tatooine's bleak fields at last, resolving to perform a final deed. By way of Luke's old home did I proceed. Eventually, I came to the place, near unaffected by time's steady pace, applying nimble scavenger-like skill Next, I slid down a gentle sandy hill, descending to the home where Luke once grew. I sensed therein his presence through and through. The lightsabers I carried in my care, one Leia's, which she later did forswear, one Luke's, with which he fought the Empire strong. Now I wrapped in a cloth I'd brought along, entrusting all their power to the land. Sand, by the Force, engulfed them as I'd planned. Hereafter they shall rest from all their toil, amidst a hidden vault of sandy soil. Revealing my new lightsaber of gold, excited once more to my friends behold. Declaring my work done on Tatooine, arose I with a most contented mien. In mine own thoughts consumed by and by, met I a woman as she wandered nigh. Anon she asked my name while passing through. Rey was mine answer till she asked, Rey who? Emerged then Luke and Leia, wondrous pair, delivering mine answer o'er the air. Rey Skywalker. Yea, thus shall I be known, asserting that their family is mine own. With hope I looked toward the double sun, now mindful that my tale has just begun.
Exeunt omnes. End.
Yeah!
Until Disney needs some more money, and then there's going to be more.
I know. The next will be Mandalorian series, Shakespeare, and then an Ahsoka series, Shakespeare, and then
we got 7 seasons of Clone Wars to go, baby.
To go through all of Clone Wars, all of Rebels. What
don't forget the Carradine. Oh.
Oh no.
What about Ewoks? Ewok Shakespeare.
Ewoks Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor.
Now on Disney Plus.
Really? Oh my gosh. Maybe he'll rewrite the Christmas special as Shakespeare.
Oh no.
It's canon. It is canon.
It's definitely not.
You know what we really all need? We need a Babu Frik spinoff. That's what we really need.
Yes, please.
Yes. I want just everything Babu Frik.
Yeah, the Adventures of Zori and Babu.
What the frick?
What the frick with Babu Frik?
He's just erasing innocent droids' memories and laughing all the way home.
What the frick, Babu Frik?
Fuck you!
Oh my gosh. Oh,
your soul is mine.
Oh, this was such a nice wrap up for everything, you guys. I mean, I feel like it's just been great the past couple of weeks to jump back into this and see how stupid everything can be in the best way. Between performances and plot, you can choose which you like better on how ridiculous things got. But
Rude.
What? Huh?
Rude.
What? I don't know. These are Jonathan's favorites, so I don't want to disparage them too much.
I wouldn't say favorite. Definitely Last Jedi is my favorite. I mean, this one is probably in the middle. I'm very serious.
Great. Same with Game of Thrones. You're not.
Well, I think season 4 is probably season 6 is the best. That's so good. But I think they're strong. It change it. We can do this later. We can do another stream. We can do another stream where I can talk about all my very serious opinions.
No. Okay. Yep. No, we probably won't do that. But this was awesome, you guys. Like, honestly, I loved Jeff. I loved Kelsey's cameo. I love that she could join us for that brief second.
I asked her just like haphazard, you want to be consolation lesbians with me? She's like,
That's what it is in the movie. So
aren't we already? And I was like, no, it's an actual thing.
Yep, it's true. That's Disney's brand of diversity so far.
Woo!
Yay.
They did it. They did it.
That's all they can do because they want their movies to play in China.
Boy.
I know, right?
Hate crimes are over. They did it. They solved it. They solved homophobia.
Great job, Disney. Great job.
Did it.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Well, I always want to thank all of you guys for doing this. Thank you to Joe for being our maestro once again.
Thank you.
For those of you guys that have been watching it online, ever since Clue, Maddie has been doing all of our amazing artwork for each of our videos. So they look amazing, and that is all her. So credit where credit is due. But seriously, like, it was about a year ago that everything shut down. And just now we're starting to kind of hopefully starting to see the end of all of that. But it was around this time last year that I was kind of thinking that I want to do something during all of this. Like, I want to do something. I don't know what. And I had literally the Verily a New Hope sitting on my shelf for like ever. So I was just like, yeah, you guys want to friggin' do this thing? I honestly thought maybe like 5 of you guys would say like, yeah, sure, I'm not doing anything. But the fact that everybody was like, oh, fuck yeah, that sounds amazing. I was like, oh, good. It's not just me and my geeky little heart that's sitting over here being like, hey guys, you want to read Star Wars Shakespeare? Everybody's like, yeah, we do.
That's a great impression of yourself, PJ.
I know. I really give a lot of credit to myself on my natural speaking skills. But I'm just so proud of like what everybody has done and how far everything has come. The fact that it's been a freaking full year almost since we started this is insane. And we've hung on and we made it this far. And you guys are all amazing. And I love you. And this has been great. So thank you. Obviously not a full goodbye. Who the heck knows what's going to happen from here on out. We have our social media channels, so we're going to be taking at least a bit of an extended break. Don't know what we're going to come back with, but just follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. That way you can stay up to date. We will make an announcement when eventually we decide on what is coming next. But in the meantime, thank you guys all for following us and joining us week to week with all of these videos and all of these live readings. And that's all I got for right now. We'll see you guys hopefully soon, but we're almost out of this. So continue to stay safe, continue to do what you need to do to keep others around you safe. And until wear your masks. That's true. Wait, Olivia, what's your Etsy store?
Oh, hey, I can self-promote, can't I?
You can.
You see Kimmy, she's where, and Aaron,
Sorry, that's all the time we have. We don't have time for anything else.
She didn't pay for this sponsorship.
Vivian Stitch on Etsy. Buy my stuff. It's good.
Wait, what's the name?
You gotta say the handle, love.
It's Livy and Stitch. Do I have like a handle?
That's it.
Oh my
God.
You're
This is going amazingly well. I love it.
Fantastic.
Point.
Yeah, I was going to say, quite a split.
Olivia, she makes these amazing masks. We've got Star Wars patterns and everything. So if you guys want those masks, they're amazing. I personally have a few of them, and they've lasted for a while. So if you need that last mask to get you through the next few months, there's where it is.
Dude, I just noticed this one has Donatello like right up in there, man.
That does.
Cool.
Wait, that one's hella cool. That one's
Isn't it though? Yeah, that one sold out like crazy.
And now for our real sponsor, NordVPN.
God. All right, everybody, have a great night.
Before we go, I just want to say thanks for watching, Mom.
Woo! Jones, Mom. Give them smile.
May the force be with you.
Thanks, Jones, Mom.
Thanks for letting me live at home and not charging me rent and feeding me for free.
Okay, John.
Thanks for pooping me out 29 years ago.
All right, that was quite a split.
She's literally the other room. You can do that.
Quick, play me out, Joe.
Yeah. Go, Joe. Play something to play us out.
You're muted.
You're muted.